Listen, it's Freedom Friday. We're coming off of an amazing week at sea. Build that C-25 just finished up. A lot of you guys were on it, and we had a fantastic, fantastic time. Gil, you rocked it on stage. You really brought it this time. It was amazing.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Listen, I can tell you, I learned a lot from that event about our community, about our true desires, and what it takes to reach those. And I'm going to start off with a blessing, right? So the blessing that I want to share with you guys is first off that we do have this community, right? And whether you're on one side of the stage or another, we're all growing together. And for me, I think I personally am going through a spot where like I also feel like I need to do more. And it requires a new discipline and a new habit, a new mindset, a new belief. And I was able to explore what those look like through the eyes of others. And I think that's the really biggest thing that I can get from an event is be able to kind of just share in the energy, share in the beliefs. Because here's the part, like I realized that the goal result is not enough, right? It's like truly understand like how audacious someone has to believe, like audacious their belief has to be to actually even go for a goal. Like we talked about Benito, Bad Bunny, and him saying, you know what, I'm not going to tour around the world. I'm going to make everybody come to Puerto Rico and they're going to come see me, right? And having the discipline of saying, you know what, this is my standards. I believe in what I'm doing and I'm going to do it, and to see it work just was a beautiful thing. And I've got to see it from people from all different walks of life and cultures and disciplines inside of what we do at real estate. Because as you guys know, there's 1,000 ways to do production, and there's a few ways to do agent attraction. And I think I want to share with you guys today. After we get a couple blessings in, if you were at the event, I definitely want to hear from you. If Maria's here or anybody else who was here at the event, I want to start off with a blessing with you guys. And then I want to go over what Josie Baez talked about is what kind of agent attractor are you? And she has a couple of prototype styles. And I'll be honest with you, they're going to surprise you a little bit because once you understand what type you are, then you know which actions to take to support the type of attractor you are. See, you don't have to be the attractor that I am. You don't have to be the attractor that Vincent is. You can be the attractor that you are and focusing on your discipline. So, who's got a blessing they want to share? I see we do have some build people here. So I'm going to ask that you guys, if you guys can start us off.
I'll
I
go.
see Maria, Tawanda, go ahead.
Um, I am so blessed that I was able to be on that ship. It changed me. There were some things that needed to come out. I had to face some of my fears, and it all happened on that ship. So I'm coming back even more motivated to do what I need to do, and it just really helped me get my crap together. So.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just a matter of just being away from your business to realize what kind of business do I want to run? Who do I need
Mhm.
to become that kind of person that runs that kind of business? Do I believe? And I can tell you, this is something that I've suffered from. Like it's easy to think it's like, oh, these guys are on stage and figured it all out. But like we suffer from beliefs and insecurities and whether we're worthy or not just as much. We've just gone through some of those. And being able to hear somebody else's thought patterns, you're able to say, okay, oh, I see where you went through this spot. I see where you went through this spot. I see this demon here, right? And it's like you can either help somebody through theirs, you can just talk it through, right? Like, what would it take to actually be a person that brings in 10 people a month, 20 people a month, one person a month, two people a month, five people a month? And you start asking some people, like, what was the first thing you did? What got your momentum going? How did you overcome this fear? Here's where I'm at right now, right? I get on these calls here and I get all excited and then I don't do much afterwards, or I do this and then I get sidetracked or I get punched in the mouth a little bit. and then time goes by, right? Time goes by. So I think being able to be in a community is probably the most important part. Stay in, plug in, keep showing up, and know that you're not too late, right? There's always people stepping up. We got to meet Abel Gilbert, who's been somebody correct me. How long was he with HP?
Since January.
And then how many people has he brought in since January?
I'm thinking it's like 126, something like that.
It was 100 plus, right?
Yeah.
So, this is not a guy who basically had, 100 close realtor friends who were just like, let's join together. This guy is a guy who's had, first off, he had some belief, which is the genesis of everything, right? And he said, you know what? I found something worthy that I want to invite people to. And we all believe that, right? We all are in connection with that. But to be able to see someone say, you know what? I'm doing that right now while I'm still figuring myself out, right? And to be honest with you, we kind of got a raw piece of him and how he's trying to figure
Why
his
is
life out and things out. But he said, you know what? I'm just going to take some action on this because I believe in this so much, right? And it's easy to believe in EXP. It has changed the lives of so many people, not just in a financial way, in a spiritual way, in a physical way, as we kind of there are guys running and hitting their goals there. And it's just an amazing community. The community is the answer. Invite more people to it. Who else has something they want to share? I see Vic is here.
well, I can share.
Go ahead. Just jump in.
Oh, there's two Marias who wants to share.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Good morning, guys. Since I started with you guys, EXP, I have attended to not all of them, but a big portion of all the conferences that we have. But I do have to say that this one for me was more impactful. And I think that now it really clicks in my head, you know? And it's not only about production and teaching you how you can close more deals or how you can recruit more agents to the three-way calls. It's really about the collective growth, the community that we have, and how I can now help only myself but my agents and then other people that really want to create an empire, you know, like it's more about than closing deals and having a big organization. It's really we care about how we grow together and you change your life. And you know, we even did well, I didn't go, but I think the entire group is very spiritual, you know, so it's more about the wealth being from inside of you. I loved it. The mastermind that we did was amazing. And I think that is in another level. Like I never been conferences being done in a cruise or masterminding at the beach, inside the beach. So for
Yeah,
me, that
Maria's talking about we gathered out at Ocean Cay, and it was just impromptu because they dropped us off in the island, and everybody scattered about, and we just found each other, and we were you know in the water, and everybody just gathered around in a circle. It ended up to be like, I don't know, maybe 30 of us got together. They
yeah, we
brought food
started it with
out to
three.
us.
It was three of us only, and then it was a big circle, and it's amazing. And then you get to know all the agents from other areas. They're so nice. They're so cool. I think you guys have a beautiful team over there in Orlando.
Yeah,
If I
you have
ever
a beautiful team in New York. I will tell
we
you the
do.
funniest part about that was one of the first people who were in the circle was Maria, and I had no idea. She was deathly afraid of being in the water. Like we had to get her a little raft to kind of just feel secure, but that didn't stop her from being in the moment, right? Even fear couldn't stop her from being able to share in that moment, take in and absorb, and have an impact. Fear cannot stop you from your goals. Like there's so many things that you pick up when you show up to these events that are like underlying truths, right?
I gotta
I was just honored to be part of that. That was incredible.
I want to keep Maria on because I need to shout her out for really
Go
getting
ahead.
me to go on this cruise. Because
Mhm.
as of Thursday, prior to the cruise, I wasn't going. I didn't have a ticket. I didn't have a flight. Nothing. In fact, it was sold out. Okay. And I told her, I said, listen, I'm not going. Go, build out there, learn. And she said, that's not acceptable. And she didn't stand for that. And she actually called Anna, got her on the phone and was like, we need another ticket. Figure out how to make it happen. She picked out the flights and she was like, these are the flights you're going to go on. And I was at an airport and I bought the tickets then and there because, somebody stood up for me and I appreciate that. And I needed to be there. I realized while I was there, there was no other place that I should be than right there, right then. Right? There was no other place, not one place where I could uh, achieve more, get more impact, raise my leadership lid. None of those things could have happened anywhere else. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you, Maria.
You're welcome. There was no way that I was gonna come by myself. And I'm committed to myself and to my team too. And I commit to bring them along with me next time because these guys have to be in those type of environments. It's it's a goal of mine now.
And
You know,
shout out to the
you're
people that came by themselves. All right. We
yeah.
met a young lady. First person we met, her name was Kiki. And she came solo, knew nobody. And, at the end of it, knew everybody. And everybody just welcomed her in and she's connected. She networked into the system right now, part of our family. And, we want you to just be there at the next one, whether you're coming by yourself, whether you're coming in a group, whether you're bringing guests, just be there.
Yeah, you always feel warm. You don't feel alone. I realize that we have a beautiful community. They welcome you in, and they what's the word? I need a word for that, but like it makes you feel they make you feel comfortable. Part of the family. We're all part of the family.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So we definitely want to get to our events. When I see you there, I'm going to hold you towards the end because we're going to come back to it again. So give me a second. So I want to share with you guys something that was shared with us that had a profound impact on me as far as what kind of attractor am I, right? And I think that's important because we do need to create an identity that we believe in before we take any action, right? Until you believe in not only the goal, but what to do, when to do it, how to do it. You don't get buy-in, right? If I said to you guys, hey, listen, here's what I want you to do. I want you agent attract calls, but I want you to just call this phone book here and ask them if they're a real estate agent. If they are a real estate agent, then talk to them. And if they're not, and probably 90% of them won't be real estate agents, you're like, Gil, I'm not doing that. It's a complete waste of time, right? And even that could get you the results, right? I'm sure if somebody did that called A to Z, they're going to get some results. But fine tuning and finding out how you can do agent attraction at the highest level, right? With your skills, with your love, with your enthusiasm is really, really important. We're all going to do it the same. So Josie Baez, a director of growth, she came up with these 4 prototypes. And there was a 5th one, but we won't talk about that one today because it's a little bit off cuff. But the first 4 were really profound to me. And I actually found myself, oh, that's who I am. And I want you guys to grab a little piece of paper and I want you to write down these 4 prototype attractors. And I want you to figure out what type of attractor are you? So I'm going to show you the first one and I'm going to bring you guys to the stage. So these are like just pictures of us at the stage. So they're not perfect PowerPoints or anything like that. But the first of the archetypes for agent attraction is the connector. The connector is all about heart and humanity. They lead with love, community, and vulnerability. And when they're at their best level, they're posting about gratitude, they're spotlighting agents, they're giving kind of behind the scenes to their love, which is bringing people together, attracting people, right? They'll post something like, you know what? Here's what happened to me. This is how I overcame something. And you might be feeling the same thing. They may be drawing people in to their heart and their challenges. This time last year, I almost quit. Here's what changed. They share these things. Their superpower, relatability, emotional connection. They are the masters of the invitation. They always make people feel like they belong, right? And it's funny, the connector, you all know, if you know a connector, right? And it's not something you can kind of fake. It sounds like somebody's who's always bringing people in. So just write that down, take a picture of that if you want to, and then we're going to ask you guys to tell me, which one are you? The next one, I'm going to bring you guys up to the stage and kind of share with you. This is, Josie Baez slides, is the coach. And this guy or gal is a guide and mentor. They love to teach. They love to inspire and build others, right? You'll hear them posting about tips and templates and checklists and how agents win, and they're constantly just giving the information selflessly to help others. They'll post something like, "Oh, but here's my buyer consult, or here's my listing. This is how I help 2 agents convert on the spot. Hey, do you want it? Do you need help? I'm here for you," right? Their power is the position of a value giver, right? Different than a connector. They're just giving value. They're there to support. They're there to give you the best practices, and they constantly give that out. All right, let me bring you to the stage for the third one. Make sure you got a picture of that. Maybe you might be already saying, you know what, I think I might be one of these 2. Let's go look at all 4 of them first. The next one is the influencer. Vision and bold voice. They're not afraid to say things others are thinking. They're not the one who waits to give their opinion once they know everybody else's opinion. They're bold. They're going to say, this is how I feel, and allow people to either latch on or latch off, right? They post about their lessons, their mind shift, their hot takes, how they're experiencing the world, right? They post stuff like, buying leads is not a business, strategy, building relationships are, right? They're really kind of people that just say, you know what? I'm going to trailblaze this. Come with me. Their power is thought leadership. They're independent thinkers. They inspire through that independent thought. They challenge people openly, publicly, and usually on social media. And the last one, you haven't got a picture of that. Let me bring you to the stage for the last one. I want you guys to tell me, who do you think you are? Or who do you think you are easiest for you to welcome in? The promoter. We saw some promoters there too. These are the hype people, right? They're always pushing people up. They thrive on community events and experiences, right? They post about their masterminds and their meetups and the Eventbrites, right? And they're pushing like the thing where, listen, we're hosting this mastermind on Thursdays. Come on in. They're big on FOMO. If you're a FOMO person, you're probably have the archetype of a promoter, right? Like you don't show up to events alone. You bring people with you, right? And you allow those events to have the experience for them, right? So those are the 4 types. I'd like to hear from you guys. Which one do you identify with? And how can you use that at even higher level to get the agent attraction results you want? So question 1 is, which one do you identify with? And number 2, how can you utilize this information to attract at a higher level? All right. Step up. Unmic and let's go. Vincent, maybe you want to start us off, actually. You have an opinion on this?
You're asking me?
I don't have them on the screen, but I'm just curious. Was it one of those that you thought, like, is your natural, the promoter, the coach?
When you were going through this, I'm thinking about the people that I have in my organization, and I'm thinking about
Okay.
like you bring one up, and I'm like, oh, that's that person. Like
Okay.
you're spelling them out. You're describing them to the T, and I want to pass this message on to them. Some of them are not on the call, and I want them to know, hey, this is you. This is your power. Lean into it.
Gotcha. Who's clear on which prototype was you? Go ahead, just
We
jump
got
in.
it in the chat. Sandra's out
You
there.
got a
She's
connector,
a
Sandra?
connector.
Hi. I think I'm the first one. So the connector.
Mm-hmm. And how can you utilize that to bring your agent attraction to a new level?
That I'm still thinking about. Do you have any advice for me?
Well, if you're the connector, you need to put yourself in a position to connect more, right? So give me an
Right.
example of how you connect with people.
Um, I think I just do it naturally without really knowing, but I
Can
don't.
I tell you, it's not natural for me. So like, explain to me how do you see yourself being a connector? I'm going to put it back up on the screen for a second in just a moment. Just getting the slides ready. It's not natural for me to connector. I'm not a connector. That's not my superpower. But I do know people who are connectors, and they're really, really good at it, right?
Yes.
How are
I
you a
do
connector?
connect. I connect with a lot of people. I share. I'm pretty confident when I speak to them, share about my backstory, and for some reason they are attracted to that. But I don't think that I follow through with it in terms of closing it. Maybe I need help with closing it.
Okay. All right. So you kind of identify two things actually. Like, yeah, you're really good at connecting. We just need to connect some more, but we probably need some help in getting the next step. And by the way, all of us need that, right? Like if there was one I left out, the producer, you're focused on wins and numbers and strategy. You post all your sales, your closing and like that, and you're attracting people just from your closing at being a producer, right? So you're already doing that. So there's always going to be a second thing that needs to be done. And for most people, that second thing is the invitation to meet someone new, right? To be able to, invite them to an event, to be able to get on a three-way call, right? So I'm going to put all three of them on the screen. I kind of shuffled them together. Who else identified with one of them?
I'm a producer.
Let's go. Talk to me about that.
I'm still trying to figure out how to use that to my advantage for attraction, but I definitely post a lot of my wins and my strengths. Um, and I need y'all help with putting it all together so that I can start attracting agents.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're already a producer, that what I would say is like just inviting someone to have a backstage with you, and saying, hey, listen, I think there's a thing called the hero's journey that I really, 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 really love. And in almost every movie, you kind of see this, right? You always see like Batman or Superman, their origin story, which is not them being Superman or Batman. It's like, okay, this is where things weren't working out very well. And then this happened. And I think for producers sharing this, right? This is what happened. And then putting the blueprint for someone else to be a producer to get the results that you're getting is really, really powerful, right?
Okay.
Even for the connectors, like connectors want to be around connectors, right? They want to be around the room. So sharing when you're connecting and being and like inviting them in the room and getting them like to see the energy and how it's impacting you, super powerful. What you want to do is you want to expose your superpower and invite people to have that same experience with you guys. And then invite someone in to a three-way call or to an event. Who else?
Right here,
I can
Maria.
go.
Jump on
Oh,
in. Just
sorry.
jump on in.
Today I saw, actually, I could say I'm out of the five, three of them, the producer, the influencer, and the coach. Today I just saw the numbers that came, the announcement from the icons and EXP, and I already shared in my social media, and I couldn't be more blessed to be an icon, and it has changed my life literally. And if anything, like Vincent and Maria were talking about last year, we went to the cruise, and we went with a nice team, and we learned so much. That all that had to do with my icon, reaching that goal that I had, and social media, obviously being an influencer. I'm trying to be an influencer. Everything what I do, I post all the wins, all the trainings that I go, all the the way I do business, you know, whether it's showings, open houses, any little things that I'm posting, and I think a lot of people I get message feedback that say, Juan, you inspire what you do. You got a beautiful company, a beautiful team. You got a great industry that you I see your life. It's amazing, you know, and I like that. I like that, and I think a lot of people get motivated, inspired. So that's what I feel. I am a little bit of all of those, to be honest with you. It's great. It feels good, man.
Yeah, I
And
definitely feel like you are the producer. I mean, but you're also a promoter, right? Like you're the first one to celebrate other people and things of that nature. So, how could we use that at a higher level, right? For most of us, it's going to be, we're all going to have the answer of like, well, we got to follow up more, right? And make sure that we get other people involved, right? Because we can also be secret agent attractors. I would say like, uh, just out of curiosity, Vincent, if you open up your calendar this week, how many three-way calls do you have set up for next week from people on this call?
From people on this call, not enough.
Right.
I
And by
mean,
the
if you
way,
see my
in
calendar,
a few
it's
minutes after this call, you guys are going to be doing your activities for your Freedom Friday. I should be seeing people pop up on my calendar. Doop, doop, doop. Right. Right. And I feel like there's some people that always use me and there's some people who never use me. And you absolutely know who you are right now, right? So if you've never used me, then you know that you're the person who never uses me, right? If you've never used Vincent, you've never used a director of growth, if you never get somebody on the broker calls, like you know who you are, you know what to fix. Because we're always saying, hey, let's go, let's go. I mean, I can tell you, Lucy Quinones, like pulls me out, gets me on three-way calls, gets me to events, right? So that's where I'm going this month, right? All you got to do, like, I mean, Sanders invited me to events, right? And had me and say, hey, do you like, would you speak at the event? I'd love to. Put it on the calendar, right? And she's a great promoter. She's a great inspiration for other agents to be able to see. It's like this is my network. You know how many agents have no network? You know how many agents are struggling right now who don't have the ability to be at an event that changes their lives? They're just going through a mundane day by day with no vision, no dream, no hope of prosperity. Man, I don't even know why somebody would put their license somewhere else. Doesn't make any sense. Unless, unless of course, the answer is because you haven't invited them to experience something like this, right? As a producer, you got to open up the curtains. I'm a coach. That was the one thing I learned is like, that's who I am. I love helping people. I open my three-way calls for people. I've got a three-way call this afternoon with an agent. They didn't even actually write what brokerage they're in on my calendar. So I don't know what brokerage they're in, but I'm like excited to help. I'm excited to hear their story. I'm excited to open up my chapters in my book and say, hey, where can we start? I'm excited about seeing their progress. I'm excited. I'm a coach. Like that's what I get off. Like I literally just printed out a bunch of scripts because I want to go over these scripts so I can learn them so I can give them to somebody else. I'm constantly looking for a resource I can be able to hand someone else and say, hey, I hope this makes it better for you. So as a coach, I'm looking for more tools, more resources, more things that I can pass on that can make an agent more productive. And that makes me happy. So Vincent, I'm
yeah,
asking
by
you,
the
I
way,
think I know yours. I think I know yours, but I'd love to hear it because sometimes we don't see each other on the same way that other people see us. So Vincent, I'm really curious of which
uh,
one was yours.
I'd like to say that I'm the coach, but I've been talking to some others about this, and they label me as the producer. Um, where I use the results that I get to go out there and inspire success in others.
That's crazy. I would have said you were a connector or a promoter. Those were the two that came to me first. So,
I'm a
you may not be
chameleon.
just one, huh?
Chameleon. I'll shift on people, you know,
Yeah,
on
for
whatever the
sure.
occasion deserves.
Yeah. The reason why I kind of see you as a promoter is like you're really good at first off, promoting other people's wins, and really good at promoting events and showing up. And, you know, clearly you've had an impact on people, because when you, like, they're showing up because you show up. And then they're like, wait a minute, I'm showing up and you're not showing up. That's no. You taught me better than that. You're showing up too. So, but you know, agent interaction is designed to be fun. It's fun if you're doing it within your superpower, right? If you're doing it in the way that already fulfills you, right? So what I would tell you is, by the way, these aren't our slides, but they're also part of exptoolkit.com/growth. So if you want to actually go deeper on those, exptoolkit.com/growth, right? /growth, you'll be able to see the 5 prototypes, and you'll see more information on there. So I encourage you guys to take your learning a little bit farther, right? And go deeper on those calls. But you know, we're about to get to the spot where we start making some calls. We're about to invite agents. Hopefully you guys have made your 100 list, right? Your list of 100s. And it's the number one thing that I think binds everyone who has a large organization. They have a list they're working off of. They have a connection, that just the way they work with sellers and buyers, where they have them in a CRM and they have them, you know, like, here's my next appointment, here's my next call, here's what I've talked about the last time, here's what I want to talk about the next time, right? You got to have a system for this. If you want the results that you say you want, right? Gil, I want Gil. I want to have, you know, I want to have financial freedom. I want agent traction. I want passive income. Before you can have that, there's something you have to do. You have to set yourself up for success. You have to have a list, right? And everyone's going to tell you need at least 100 people on your list at all times. So as you recruit people, you add people to your list, and they're on, and you're sending them stuff. You know, what I would tell you is, like, what are you promoting next month or this month? Just out of curiosity, I'd love to know, what are you guys promoting? If you were going to promote something for this month, what would it be?
I'm promoting the. Okay,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
I was blessed this week with 3 new listings, and I try to always keep it for at least 3 weeks in advance, exclusive. I share those listings with agents that I'm trying to recruit, empower, and say, hey, look, I have some exclusive listings, and I just wanted to share that with you in case you or someone you know is looking to buy. And it kind of builds a good trust and relationship. And then from there, I try to talk to them about other things. How's
Just out of curiosity,
going?
how many people do you think you've impacted that way? How many people do you think you've actually, over the last year, have received your exclusive listings?
I know you're going to hate me when I say this. My database, because I price very aggressively. I just got 2 listings sold in one day with private showings with those same agents, believe it or not, last Thursday, and it went 60,000. My database, I hate to say this, is close to 4,500 agents.
Why would you hate to say that?
Because I'm not utilizing and contacting them as hard as I should. You know,
all right.
It's market's getting a little hot, and I'm trying to. Again, I'm trying to network and try.
Chris, let me empower you right now. Ready?
To have coffee. Talk to me, please.
Let me empower you. I'm going to give you 3 different things that you can do with what you're already doing right now.
Okay.
Hey, how would you like to see how I price a property? Right? Hey, I took X amount of listings. I got them sold in 2 days. Like, how would you like to know how I price those properties? Hey, get on a Zoom. How would you like to know how I market those properties? Hey, jump on a Zoom. How would you like to know how I keep getting listings? I would like to see my lead generation system. If you open the doors, people will walk in, right? You're looking at you've got an incredible opportunity, Chris. I mean, I'm asking for 100 lists. You got 4,500 people. All you've got to do is open the doors. Right now you're a Walmart where the door is closed. People are outside wanting to buy a product, right? And you could literally open the doors for them to see what you're doing and build a community. That's what Abel did, by the way. Abel opened the doors to what he was doing and put 126 if it was, in 6 months. Chris, I'd like to see you do that. It starts with a Zoom. Hey guys, I did this. Would you like to see it? Would you like to see how I did it? And you might get 15 people, you might get 150 people, you might get 1,000 people. Because right now people are hungry. You just said the market's starting to heat up. Not everybody knows that. I can tell you that. Not everybody knows that.
I think it's always hot. But yeah, I agree. I have in 2 weeks with a sponsor, we're gonna do a I love you a latte, where the sponsor's gonna buy everybody a cup of coffee. And I'm doing two, one with agents and one with my past buyers and sellers. And
what's
she's
the
gonna
topic
help
for the agents?
It's just going to chat with them. It's, people always offer me, Chris, let's grab coffee, or I'm always saying, let's grab coffee. This is just going to be a chat with agents. I'm trying to pick at least 20 just to talk,
Do you
not
believe
to
that
sell them anything.
do you believe that the better the bait, the better the result?
Yes.
Get better bait than that.
Okay.
Let's get some better bait on that. Let's get some bait on, like, here's what we're going to, we can have coffee, but we can have a theme, right? We can have coffee, but we can have an idea that we're going to share, right? Like, put a theme to that, and you'll see you'll get an even better result. I love getting people together and just stimulate a particular topic and to see where it goes. That's what happened in the lagoon. It was a topic that stimulated, that you lead.
I love.
Powerful. Vince, you should show up to I Love You a Latte.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah, I drink coffee. Let's go.
Yeah, you know what? I got the time. I got the topic. I'm doing it downstairs from a building where I lived at, where I sold over 100 apartments, not being an exclusive agent. So the topic is, how did I do it? I did sell 100 apartments at the Greenbrier, topic. And I'll tell them I priced it aggressively. I took Vince's advice.
Well, don't give away the clues to me.
Give the
clues. Save that for your event. Like, here's what I'm saying.
I got it.
Like, do the invitations today for the next 45 minutes. Right? How I sold 100 and how you can too.
Well, yeah.
How I sold 100 and how you can too. Join me at. Right?
Yeah. Success loves speed. Chris, let's get it done. Start it right now.
I have to confirm the location, but I'm going to send you guys the invitation. Don't need everyone to go because it's limited. It's a small little place.
It ain't that limited. They can sit outside. I can tell you right now, if I need to sell 100 listings, I'll sit outside. Like, don't be constrained by that. Plan on it being super packed. Plan on the fire department being pissed off at Chris, at the AC team, about this event that he did, right? Like, make it a spectacle. The news will come out about some asshole real estate agent who was teaching people how to do 100 listings or 100 deals in one building, and the whole block was covered. Like, create a spectacle. Don't worry about it. Just build it, build it, build it, build it. Okay?
I've had that happen, so.
All right, good stuff. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Anybody else want to share?
Yeah, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
How's your Spanish? You speak Spanish?
My Spanish is not sexy. It's not sexy. But I can tell you, I will tell you that Rebecca Soto, I would reach out to her. Like, Josie Baez, I would reach out to her. Like, they're probably Josie Baez, that's her job. Like, she's actually director of growth for EXP. If you go on Slack and you put up Josie Baez, she's down to help anybody in the nation, and she's as good as it gets. She's the best. In fact, just so you guys know, I'm going to admit something to you. I rarely recruit somebody by myself. Rarely. I almost always bring someone, and for some people that's shocking to them because they think that I'm such a great recruiter. I got to tell you, like, having someone else on my calls, hey, it's just like the, hey, Jennifer, I hope you don't mind. I invited my good friend Josie. She's the director of growth, and I just invited her to see if there's anything we can do to kind of continue to help you grow and make this a beautiful opportunity for you if you decide that this is something you want to do. But I bring them on, right? And it's always something that they add a value from a different perspective than I do. And for some reason, it's always the winning touch, right? Because they can see something I can't see.
All right. The reason why I'm asking, it's this coming Wednesday, I'm going to travel to Ecuador. Ecuador Open, as you know, and we're building a team there. I have seven agents that want to join. There's going to be a great event in one of the cities I come from, and we have a bunch of people that want to join the event that they're doing there. So I'm going to see what happens there. I'm
Have you
sure
invited the broker of Ecuador to your event?
the broker's there. Yeah, the broker's going to be there.
He's going to be there. Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
great.
he's in every event literally right now as we speak. He's in Dominican Republic. They having an event there. Juanchi, my partner, went there. He's sharing the spots. He was speaking on the stage over there in Dominican
That's
Republic.
awesome.
It's amazing. Yeah, I wanted to go to that event, but I got to go to Ecuador. So, but it's happening, man. It's happening. Magic is happening left and right. You know, it's
Listen,
amazing.
pack
Let's
the room,
go.
Juan. You have the
Yeah,
ability to make that event any way you want it, right? All you have to do
yeah.
is put that into action. You could fill up that room. Same thing, get the fire department to call you. We want to see you in the news.
Oh, yeah, yeah, no, it's like 600 people already in that event in the city where I'm going to. So it's going to be amazing. I'll post from there.
Wow.
You will see it's great. A lot of energy, a lot of this thing EXP in Ecuador is amazing. Like the people were so happy to they were waiting for this. Now I see every day agent joining EXP. Every day I see in this international EXP International, EXP Ecuador, they posting every day. They closing deals. They're already copying over there. It's amazing what's happening there. So
That's
They just
awesome.
yeah,
announced Korea next, right?
yeah, I saw that. I can't
I
wait to go
didn't
to
see
Korea
that.
too. Yeah. No, it is. It
That's
is there. It
incredible.
is. It's coming.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, so let's wrap up, Vince. You got any final words you'd like to say, everybody, before we get to work?
I think it's important to figure out who you are, where you fall in to those archetypes, and lean into it. Lean into it and go out there and build. Review the notes, right? All of you guys that went there, remember what Brent said. I'm sure you took notes. Now go back and take the notes from the notes. Go figure out those few things that you want to do. Narrow them down. 5, 3, one thing, and then put a deadline on it.
Well, here's my commitment I'm going to be doing, and it might take me more than 45 minutes. It might take me more than an hour. It might take me 2 hours, but I'm not going to rest until I have 10 quality conversations. Quality conversation. I'm not going to just talk to somebody and call it a quality conversation. I'm going to call a quality conversation in a call where I'm on a call with another real estate agent, and we have a conversation about their business, and I'm going to get to, like, how's business? How can I help? Right? And I'll know if it's a quality conversation because they agreed to have an appointment with me. So the reality is like, it might take me 3 hours. It might take me 4 hours, but I'm going to be relentless today. What I want to ask you guys to do is be relentless with me. Be relentless in making sure that we get some results today. Victor, on board. I love it. Good stuff, man. So I hope you guys are ready, because today we take action based on a new human. A human today that is going through some stuff too, but we can do something even better. And I can tell you, I'm going to leave you with a gift that in my family, in my household, what we do, right? One way that we give each other, connection and hope and love is we always have something to look forward to. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give myself a gift on achieving this goal today, or I'm not going to give it to myself. I plan on doing something this afternoon. I won't bore you with my plan, but I'm not going to do it unless I get my 10 conversations in. It's important to my family that I do this. I must do this. I must get out of my way. On my conversations at the cruise, I talked about killing a bear and how that bear has kind of been holding me back. And that bear ends today. Well, it ended on the cruise. There's no room for the person that held you back in the past. It's only room for the new you. Don't go pee. Don't go eat. Don't go to the kitchen. Stay in this moment and build your legacy one call at a time. I'll see you soon. Take care.
Build the bear. Let's go.